Peace and love, everybody. Big salute to all the beautiful, great people. So we got a little interview today from the two lovely kings, Frank the Ghost Martin and Errol the Truth Spence Jr. today on Instagram Live, you guys. Did y'all check it out? They hopped on for a nice little chat on the PBC's page earlier today. I believe it was at 2 p.m. earlier this afternoon. And they had a nice little discussion about the upcoming fight next Saturday, among a few other interesting things that we will get into. I actually caught the interview in real time with Champside on his live, and I also was watching it on my phone at the same time. And I must say, first of all, that it was absolutely beautiful seeing these two brothers claim space. I don't know, it's just something seeing them, the brotherhood was there, the support was there, they were talking well of each other, highly focused and tuned in, the confidence was radiating. I was absolutely enthralled, you guys. I was enthralled seeing these two beautiful brothers in preparation for such a magnanimous event, such a powerful fight for the culture, you guys. I can't say that enough. This is a fight for the culture. No matter who wins, we all win in supporting these two beautiful kings that will be going to war next Saturday. The swag was heavy. Okay. The swag, the diamonds was lit. Earl had on his little, Frank had on his little, you feel? Okay. The swag was definitely in the building. There was no stress in the energy, no fuss. No need for overstating, as expected of these two kings. They're kind of soft-spoken and calm, silent killers. I love it. And it was definitely on deck today in the interview. Frank Martin definitely looked locked in. He looked calm and cold as ice. Real talk. Nothing was troubling that man. He was just locked the fuck in, okay? And EJ looked healthy. He looked fresh, he looked bright-eyed, and he genuinely did look excited about what is to come and what he is expecting next Saturday. I was all for it. I loved every bit of it. They gave us a few little gems, you guys, on what we could look forward to. Frank shared the importance of keeping calm, which was definitely a big thing that, I noticed. Him stressing the importance of a calm, cool, and collected mentality going into such a mega fight as this, okay? Staying focused despite the storm of, public opinion and people tweeting and, odds and betting and all of this stuff and haters and supporters and the like, everything. Heavy lights, right? The looming pressure. I'm glad to hear that because, as we know, it's definitely been a going theme that we've been hearing kind of circulating and swarming among many different conversations surrounding this fight. People were, I can't say worried because a lot of them were, more on the hating side of things. But people were throwing out this notion, this talk point about Frank's readiness. And we even heard Tank himself, try appealing to such a notion that Frank won't be ready to deal with the lights, with the pressure, basically poking fun that he is a novice, inexperienced, and things of that nature. So Frank was definitely making it plenty aware that he is locked in and ready for every ounce of the smoke. Okay, I was there for it. Let's go. EJ also shared his thoughts on how he felt. Basically, as many of us boxing fans do, he also feels that Frank Martin is the most skilled fighter that Tank has faced up to this point. And he made absolutely no bones about the fact that he is plenty assured and plenty confident that Frank will pull off the victory. He said, quote, "Everybody tune in on June 15th and we'll see a new world champion and a new start of a new era with Frank Martin." I was like, super lit. Let's go. Definitely love the energy. I love the champ talk. I need the boss talk. I need that war talk to be right. And he was definitely talking to me nice with that energy. And I loved every bit of it. When asked about what he intends to do with Tank Davis on the night and what fans can expect to see, Frank, of course, didn't allude to his game plan, but he warned us boxing fans to pick our poison the right way and told us to be ready for a new top dog of the 135 division. I also really like the part of the interview where he was told basically about a comment that Tank had made, a statement that Tank made where Tank said about Frank Martin, something to the degree of, "I feel bad, it has to be you," right? And Frank's savage-ass response to that was, "I feel bad for him that it had to be me too." I was like, let's go, Frank. He is ice cold with the energy, y'all. What? Let's go. And did y'all peep when Frank and EJ confirmed also that there's a rematch clause set in place for this fight? I'm like, okay, Tank. Are we covering bases in case the upset does happen? Is that what we doing? I hear you, fam. I'm not hating. I'm not mad on you. You should be well prepared. Okay, you definitely should be. During a point of the interview, the host poked a little bit. I found this to be interesting as well. He poked and prodded EJ with questions about when we could expect to see him, the big fish, back in the ring, and also asked if EJ plans on returning this year for sure. And EJ said most definitely. And I believe he estimated his return to be around October, November, somewhere around that time frame. And that, you know what, it definitely coincides with the time frame that was reported some weeks ago, if you guys recall that. So it's definitely on the money with what we heard going around. So I'm excited for that. I definitely can't wait, of course, to see the King EJ back in the ring. Another point in the interview is where EJ, I found this to be super, super interesting. I can't say that I was surprised, but I was definitely fascinated. Did y'all see the part where EJ gave credence and respect to Derek James as a trainer? As a trainer, okay? He said that basically Frank Martin is in great hands with the mastermind that is Derek James, and that he knows and he is assured that they've been working on a tight game plan to secure the victory. I'm like, okay, EJ, you give your credence where it's due. Sometimes parting does not have to be smeared in blood, smeared in spite and vengeance. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that there's some sense of amicability between them, because that is something that I was questioning previously. If you guys checked out a video I did a little bit ago, on EJ, where I was just, wondering about that and speaking about the split between them. I'm glad that there is definitely amicability between them. It's important. He has a fighter that he promotes, that he has signed, and that fighter is still working with the trainer that he left. So one would assume that it would pose a lot of turbulence and would leave, sort of a precarious relationship and situation going. But I'm glad that there is understanding and professionalism still there between them, even though EJ has decided to, file the lawsuit. And EJ definitely confirmed that he is for sure looking for a new coach. Basically, if anybody had any questions about that, which I certainly did. I knew it, like I said, but I just, he didn't say it with his own, words that he was looking for it. And so he gave people like me and other people who may have been wondering if it's actually a done deal between he and Derek. He definitely said so, that he is looking for a new coach in preparation for his fight later this year. So that's interesting. I'm wondering who he's going to be choosing, y'all. I cannot get this out of my head. Okay. Whoever it is, like I said previously in another commentary I did on EJ, I hope that whoever it is, that it is someone of a warrior heart and mind that matches his. I think that's why he worked so well with D. James, because not only did they have that kind of family tie, He has known, Derek James since he was a young buck. You know what I'm saying? Since he was a pup. So that family connection was there. But I think another reason why they had gelled so well for so many years that they did was because Derek James is of a warrior heart and mind. He definitely is. It's what's made him successful as a trainer with the various beautiful brothers that he trains. And I think that someone of that cloth, it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody of similar style as Derek James, but definitely of the mindset. That's very important for a fighter to have somebody who knows what that's like and holds that same passion and that same fire to get the job done. So I'm hoping that EJ locks in with somebody on that level, somebody who wants to build and add new layers to his game, bring out new textures and colors that he's never seen or possibly that he had been aware of but just kept latent. Who knows, what can be unlocked in the King, Errol Spence. He definitely is a beautiful boxer, and I'd love to see somebody who knows how to appreciate that and bring that fire to the highest level. Definitely, because he's in a new chapter of his career. I guess that one could say that this is the second half, the latter half of his career. And so whatever he does from here on out, hopefully the person that he brings on board is somebody who respects that and can work really well within the new chapter of him defining legacy for himself. But yeah, all in all, it was a very good interview. You guys go check it out if you haven't. It was concise. And honestly, after seeing it, I'm left all the more excited for next Saturday. We will definitely see iron sharpening iron. That is one thing I do not doubt. I cannot wait, you guys. Anyway, for now, I'm on to the next. Peace.